If you're thinking about a home addition in Cache Valley, one of your first questions is probably going to be, is this actually going to add value to my home? Here is the honest answer based off of real projects and real values in the northern Utah area. Before we get into actual addition types, let me give you the framework that I use with every client. Unless you're a real estate investor trying to flip properties for the maximum amount of monetary value, a home addition is primarily an upgrade to your life. If you're willing to add on to your home, you're probably going to be staying there for a while. And that means that the value you get out of that addition every single day that you live in it is worth just as much or more as what it adds onto your home during appraisal. Now, it absolutely can add significant monetary value as well. But going into it with the mindset that this is a lifestyle investment sets you up for a much greater outcome than just thinking about it as a percentage on paper. Second story additions are one of the greatest additions you could do from a standpoint of both livability and return value. Here's why. You're adding significant square footage without actually increasing your home's footprint. In Cache Valley, the lot sizes do vary quite a bit, and some neighborhoods have limited space to grow outward. And because of that, going upward is oftentimes the smartest move. A well-executed second-story addition adds bedrooms, bathrooms, and living space. This directly impacts your home's appraised value and how it competes on the market. In Utah, second-story additions typically run anywhere from $250 a square foot to $400 a square foot and above, depending on the scope and finish level. That's a significant investment, but the square footage that you're adding is permanent and buyers are willing to pay for it. Primary suite additions are another strong performer. Buyers count bedrooms and bathrooms. A home that gains a primary suite, its own bathroom, its own closet, its own living space, becomes a fundamentally different home on the market. Master bedroom and bathroom additions consistently return between 60 and 75% of their costs at resale according to national cost versus value data. And beyond resale, if you've been sharing a bathroom with your kids or just living in a space that doesn't feel like your own, the daily quality of life improvement is immediate. In-law suites have been growing in demand across Cache Valley as multi-generational living has become a lot more common. A well-designed addition that creates its own separate living area, its own entrance, its own bathroom, its own kitchen or kitchenette, gives your home a flexibility that buyers are increasingly looking for. It can house a parent that's aging in place or adult children that are returning home. It can generate rental income. And it adds genuine appraised square footage to your home. Garage additions are a little different and worth being honest about. A garage addition isn't going to dramatically increase your home's monetary value the way a bathroom or a bedroom addition will. It's an unfinished space. Appraisers treat it differently than livable square footage. But here's the real value in a garage addition. It protects the investments you've already made. Expensive vehicles, tools, equipment, those things that you've worked really hard for. A garage addition might keep those things safe, accessible, and out of the elements. And that has real value even if it doesn't show up in the appraisal. One thing worth flagging, your neighborhood does matter when it comes to your return on investment. You can over-improve for your street. If the homes around you are selling for $400,000 and your addition pushes your home's value up to $600,000, you might not fully recoup that investment at sale. But again, if you're planning to stay in that home and the home addition genuinely improves your way of life, that's the return that matters most day to day. Most homeowners recoup between 50 and 80% of their investment costs at resale, depending on the type, the quality of work, and the market at the time of sale. In Cache Valley, where square footage really matters and buyers are actively looking for a move-in ready home, a well-planned and built addition is one of the strongest investments you can make. If you're thinking about a home addition across Cache Valley, Logan, Providence, Smithfield, or anywhere else, and you want to talk about what makes sense for your home, go ahead and reach out. We'll have an honest talk.